day than we anticipated. A very later day start than we anticipated. Guys, if you saw the last vlog, let me just pull you there because the mirror's there. Our Outstrips of Salt Mines tour got cancelled. There was not enough English tour guides. We tried to rebook. They said, yeah, we can take you, but we can't guarantee that after standing outside for, on average, 5 hours, that you'll even get a ticket for a tour. So that kind of a little dampener, because obviously you come to Poland for that. But it doesn't matter, because this morning it's actually very wet and it is raining quite heavy. So maybe everything happens for a reason. Have you got the glasses wipes, please? Because I think I might actually need one today.
Where's my wallet?
You had your wallet, I think, in your coat.
Or was it in the bag?
Or maybe. So I think actually maybe these things happen for a reason. Oh, my Zakapane magnet. So the plan for action today, we're just going to kind of wing it. I think we're going to go into Old Town. I'm just waiting on a lunch reservation. Thank you. If we can't get that lunch reservation, I think we might book a tour for the Jewish Quarter. So we're going to wait for lunch, see what they say. If not, Jewish Quarter. I think we're going to have a little tot up of monies over breakfast to see what we've got and whether to pay for. We're going to do the waxwork because it's comical. We're going to have to do that. And then the underground museum tour we're going to do. And I'm wearing.
Do you
want to do that today or do that tomorrow?
It's pissing down with rain, at least that way.
We're out.
Yeah.
Yeah? So we're going to do like the insidey bits. But, oh, I've got me different trousers on today, guys. I don't know how I'm going to. Yeah, they're going to have to, aren't they? And I might even have to like roll them. I've got my good old Iceland trousers. I was surprised, to be honest, when I tried everything on that they still fit me. 2 of them didn't because they had a zip. However, this has a zip, but it has a little bit stretched, so I'm not complaining. But they are just very, very long. And yeah, I don't know if I've got to turn them up or not. Do you reckon I've got to turn it up? No, as I'm walking. So yeah, we'll see what happens today. If not, we'll try and find the vodka bar.
Yes.
I may.
Talking my language, no?
I may have found a vodka brewing place 40-minute walk from here, if almost like their little version of a distillery.
What, pissing down the rain?
Well, that's why we'll have to see how heavy the rain is for these walking tours, because the Jewish Quarter tour is, I think it's like 2 or 3 hours walking in the rain. So we've got to see. But if not, there is plenty of possibilities for today, plenty of possibilities for food. We've got Hard Rock tomorrow, which I'm very excited for. And then, oh guys, the focaccia and croissant that you would have seen last night. Delicious. So, let me just pop you up here, because I just need to see whether me trousers, if I actually do need to roll them up. Like, guys, I'm actually quite impressed that I've still got room in these trousers. I probably should have had a belt, but oh god, I definitely feel like we're back in Iceland now with these on, like we're off to the cases. Oh, okay, good old decathlon. So this is the outfit, guys. I was going to put makeup on today because I was like, oh, we're not really doing anything. We're having a lazy day. And Dan was like, no, just staying. I'm like, I've done almost a whole holiday without makeup.
It's cool.
It's not cool. I look horrendous. I'm just like, ugh. But this is the outfit of today. Christmas jumper, because I still can't wear my blooming checkered jacket. And then we've got our Iceland trousers with the snow boots. Snow boots? Snow boots, but they're covered. But yeah, bought me bloody checkered jacket and I can't wear it yet. Probably not the greatest of ideas. So yeah, we are going to go for a bit of brekkie and then come back, grab the phones because they're on charge at the moment, and see where the day takes us. I'm actually going to bring the camera out today because if we're going to the Underground Museum, however, I don't think you're allowed to film in the Underground Museum, Brogan said, but if we're going to the waxwork, I definitely want to film that because that is just, that's going to be an experience, I think. Dan's looking very cute in his jumper. Ready for some brekkie? Are you trying the herrings today or are you waiting till tomorrow?
Well, we'll see.
He was like, I'm going to try
I'll
some of
probably
the
be-
herrings.
It'd have to be today because if I do it tomorrow and get a dicky belly, there's no way I'm getting having a shot and playing.
In the words of Dan, let's go get some breakfast. Still raining. Only a little though, it does seem to have eased off, but we've actually had a result. So we've booked the underground tour of Krakow Square for tomorrow, and we're just literally on our way now for a 10-minute walk. It's 10:30 almost, 10 minutes to get there. We've just booked a 2.5-hour walking tour around Old Krakow and Wawel Castle for £2 each. I said to Dan, I don't know if you're going to want to do it in the rain. He's like, book it. I'm very happy with that. What else? We looked into the Waxwork Museum. I've got to pay via Zlotys because we can't book that online. But yeah, that was a little result just having a look around, wasn't it?
Fine.
So we're going to find a bit more out about Old Town. Go to Wawel Castle. I don't know if it lets us into the main castle, but it says we go onto the grounds. So we might learn about the dragon. That was something we wanted to do, weren't it?
Fine.
What are you looking for, darling? Oh, you want your beanie hat? So yeah, off we go.
I
Very.
need to smoke.
Oh, from the
I
cheese.
smell it on the coat.
Do you want me to dash in some spray?
No, I'll do it.
From the cheese smoking yesterday. But yeah, camera's going to go in. Let's go on the road. We're now off on a very spontaneous trip. We need to see if Moo Moo's can confirm our lunch reservation. If not, I think we know where we're going to go on the square. And then we may have a little walk into the Jewish quarter, as there's a trip there at 3 o'clock, or there's the Vodka Factory Museum anytime between 2 till 8. So we have a lot of options right now. But yeah, it's not been such a washout, has it?
No.
Let's
We
go.
won't make a waste of it.
He's just very sad about Auschwitz. I know. It means we've got to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Literally land on a Friday night, Auschwitz Saturday, home Sunday. Anything under a 3-hour flight, I'm like, let's just go on a Friday night. Bye!
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare, and I wanna take you there. I would give it all away to do it all again. Make our love a story that would never end. Never thought I'd feel so alive, looking in your eyes. I just wanna love you till the day I die. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare, and I wanna take you there. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love.
יותר הפיקניק.
Love you. underneath the lights. We look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets, and yesterday has gone to sleep. So all that's left is you and me. I can't promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me, and let our minds be caught up in a dream. Quiet voices in the night, time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Standing underneath the lights, we look into each other's eyes. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see.
I told myself that maybe he ain't worth it. Too bad I hate advice, 'cause out of sight and out of mind is perfect. It's so hard to decide. Oh, I know he got me good in his pocket. I know that I missed a treat. Well, the taste is better. Oh, go on, chewing my bones out when he's done is spitting me out. I just can't help myself. One for the pain, no hesitation. Took us again, nothing can save us, yeah. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be free for the night. All in or nothing, not gonna stop. Dance till the morning light. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be around you. He looks at me like I know what he's thinking, but I don't have a clue. True talent in avoiding conversation, yeah. It's almost rather cruel. Oh, I know he got me good in his pocket. I know that I missed a treat. Well, the taste is better.
Hey guys, I realise I've barely checked in with you all day. We're just watching Muay Thai boxing. What a day it's been for something that I started off so unplanned, not knowing was it going to be a waste of our last day. It actually turned out to be pretty good.
Very eventful.
Very informative. So you guys would have seen we left here about 10:30. We walked to St Mary's Basilica and we picked up a tour. So it was what they class as a free tour, City Krakow walks, City Krakow tours. They say they have a Facebook page and everything. So if you book through Viator or get your guide like we did, they charge you like a booking fee, which is something like £4. And then if you literally just see the man in the square and go up to him, it doesn't cost you anything, but he works off of tips. So he takes you on the tour and then he says, like, at the end, you give what you think the tour is worth. The first tour was about, so it started at 11 and we finished at 1:45. Because then we met again for 3. And that was a walk around Old Town Krakow. And he didn't do Wawel Castle. That was actually really good. And I didn't realise how big the castle was. He said there's 3 separate bits. Each bit is a different ticket entrance, and if you should do it all, it would take you about 3 days. And we was like, oh, okay, so maybe not go to like the crypts and the catacombs because we was quite limited on time. But we found out so many facts like about the Pope, about people who we know as famous people. For example, Mary Curie. You think that she's French because of like history and that. She was actually Polish. They just dropped her Polish name because they didn't think it fit the Mary Curie, like the rhyming of it. The Pope, he was taught, in essence, illegally underground by tutors. Pope Jean Paul II, he actually had the mural, weren't it, in the Tam. They also said about when the teachers went to a lecture thinking that they was like having this lecture and they were seized by the German armies. It was really, really like, and even the, so the one that we have on there, the towers, we didn't realise, like for me I just thought it was lopsided towers, but it was a story of 2 brothers. One built one, the other one built the other and he wanted it taller, but they said what they actually believe was one of them got partially damaged, weren't it, in an attack?
Yeah.
So they wanted to build it higher so that they could see out. And we was actually really fortunate to see the trumpeter twice at 11 and 12 o'clock, who plays out of all 4 windows, first to the king's side and then to the other corners to tell people that like trouble was coming. And we saw the little man, he gave a wave, and it was part of the fire brigade, wasn't it? Because it was like the watchman.
The watchman, that's it.
And they had to do it 24 hours because they wanted to make sure that the city was watched. So it never used to be. And then with all attacks, you don't actually realise how many times Poland has been invaded.
No.
Like, it's horrible actually when you hear of all of the, like, no one comes to help them.
No.
Even the British, we didn't come to help them, we found out today, and it was like, oh, we're a bit shitty. And one of the ladies, they, dating back, I think it was like the 13th or 14th century, there was a king who died. He didn't have children, but there was a man who was something to do with Lithuania who thought he had the right to the throne because his mum was Polish. He had a daughter, and then it come about that the daughter was going to be next in line for the throne, but the Polish people didn't want a woman as the queen, and they said that in this law or legislation that like Poland had to be ruled by a king. It was like a king will sit on this throne, weren't it? So the girl's mum was like, no, she's trained, she can do it. They was like, no, it's the law. And when the mother looked at it, she went, it doesn't say that the king has to be a man. And she kind of had him in checkmate, didn't she? So
but how old was she?
She was 10.
10 years old.
And she was the first female king of Poland. Mm-hmm. She married and died quite young, so the husband then had reign. And because of actions of her growing up and what she implemented, sorry, I've got an itch on my elbow, she implemented, and the university has her husband's name when really it should have hers because it's all the credit. But because of her, university fees are free in Poland, and he said there's 64,000 people within university education that is free through something that this lady started.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just amazing. Like, can you imagine if Britain had free university fees, even if they just slashed ours? But she was so adamant she wanted everyone to have an education.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the university, and we went into one of the universities, didn't we? We grabbed a hot chocolate, lovely hot chocolate, very, very rich. And that was where we were told a bit about like the teacher lecturers, how they didn't want people to have an education. So the tutors were just like illegally in their houses down below. And that was where the Pope come into it, because he had 2 accidents.
Mm-hmm.
He was hit by a bus and he was hit by a tram. So he couldn't go in the army and fight. So we wondered what else he could do, and he was like, I'll bring peace. So he knocked on the door, and we saw the door he knocked, weren't it? It's where the Muriel was. And he said to the man, like, where can I learn to be a bishop? And the man was like, okay. He went underground, he got taught. He ended up being the first and youngest bishop in Europe. Then obviously he went on to become the Pope. And they said his last mass here in Krakow in 2003, 3 million people attended Krakow for his mass. Like, that says it all.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's very well respected, and like there's murals of him, well, pretty much all around the district, wasn't there, of him?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was really informative. And so we went to the castle. We finally learned about the dragon. That was Dan's top question. He wanted to know about the dragon. Is it myth? Is it legend? Some say it's a whale. I like to go more for the fact it is a dragon. But we learned about that. When we was on the walk around as well, the guy was telling us about like these little hidden gems for food. And we actually went into one that he had advised. So guys, if you're in Krakow town, like Old Town Square, you go, depends where you enter, let's think. If you enter and you're looking straight into it from the right hand side, you'll see there's like a mini part of the town hall of how it used to be, and there is a gigantic like Greek Roman head. If you're standing at the head and you look forward, it's kind of like of a diagonal off. When you're at the top of it, you'll see Deli Curry House. Opposite Deli Curry House, there is like a sign with a dragon, and then it's like an alleyway. It does look a bit scary, I'm not going to lie, but when you're in there, it's absolutely fine. You walk down this alleyway, go down the stairs, there is a self-serve canteen, which was the one that he told us about, which I didn't realise, I didn't even see it, I just went all the way down to where the restaurant was. And we had dinner for, it was 122 zloty, which worked out less than a hat if we'd have got it at the shooting range. So it was about £22. And we both had a drink. I had a mulled wine, Dan had a mulled festive vodka drink, and we had a 3-course lunch menu each. And the 3-course lunch menu was £39, which I think equated to about £6.50.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you imagine that back home? A lunchtime menu, 3-course, with a drink. We said it's easily coming in at 25-30 quid, ain't it, each?
Per person, yeah.
And you know what? It was really cute. That pumpkin soup, I said to Dan, hands down, it beat my pumpkin soup. It was actually really lovely. We had pork cheek for the first time. I tried, and I ate, I'd say, half the pickled cabbage. I done good on that.
You've done good.
And then it was like a lemon vanilla sponge cake. But you really
It was okay.
couldn't go wrong. You weren't really
No,
into the sweet,
no.
were you?
I wasn't, but for what it was, for the money,
They give you breadsticks with your soup.
yeah, that was the winner.
So like we come up, we was like, when we went back, because it was the same tour guide doing the evening tour, we was like, we went to where you recommended. So then we went back up to St Mary's Basilica, and we started the next tour, which was the Jewish ghetto and Jewish quarter. And I said,
Bear in mind that we walked over to the Jewish, to the ghetto, to do Schindler's List. But this is where we've walked along, and we've not realised the steps that we're taking.
yeah.
I think definitely.
So we walked a bridge into like the industrialism section, weren't it?
Yes.
But we took a different bridge today. But Dan said the bridge that we took was the ones that he meant about the Jews. So there was a lot about Schindler's List, which I haven't seen. Dan said when we get back, we'll put Stranger Things on hold. We'll watch Schindler's List.
Yeah.
But when we was on the tour, I actually said to Dan, you know what? I didn't film as much on the tour, guys, because I can't lie. It started to absolutely belt Dan. Yeah. And it was belted. And amongst that as well, I had to try and book and check in for our tickets. Mm-hmm. I don't like was there on the way back. When we was on the flight, come down, we was obviously, I was at the end of one aisle and so was Dan, so we were still next door to each other. And he was like, everyone is so separated. Yeah, that's us now. We're like 8 rows apart. I'm like, and I was on there a minute past, weren't it? Standing in the pouring rain, trying to freaking check in, have our passport details and everything. And I was just like, oh, God. But, yeah, so we've checked in. We're 8 rows apart. I don't really like the idea because I might be stuck to a really horrible person for 2 hours.
Well, you won't, because if they're horrible, then we'll just get up and swap.
But Dan was like, at least you got your winter seat. I was like, it's going to be bloody dark. But, so with the Jewish, we went into the Jewish quarter, the ghetto. No. Jewish quarter, Krakow ghetto, Jewish ghetto, Jewish quarter, weren't it? We done both of it. Because the
the whole day?
The whole evening bit.
Yeah.
We done the Jewish quarter where he took us to the first bit to stop.
Jewish quarter.
After doing the synagogues.
Yeah.
Then the Krakow ghetto was where we stood with the chairs.
That wasn't a Krakow.
Then the Jewish ghetto was the small streets where we stopped,
No, that was a part of the ghetto. Because there was a reason the chairs are there. The chairs are a memorial for where Jews that got lumbered into them houses.
Yeah, they kept
and the reason that the chairs are there is because when people had to condense their cells down, there was a load of furniture left out into the...
So they used chairs as symbols.
Yeah.
But he did take us to the Krakow. So what part was Krakow ghetto?
There wasn't a Krakow ghetto. I don't even know what you're on about the Krakow ghetto.
Because he said about the Krakow ghetto.
That is the ghetto, the Jewish ghetto.
Oh, I thought you meant a different thing. Because then we went to...
We visited 2 places, which was the Jewish quarter, which was where he showed us the first bit where you had the
synagogues
railings
with
the... I can't remember what they're called. Is it the Jewish flag? That look like candlesticks?
It was like a candelabra that the
it.
Jewish symbol is.
That's where we stopped first and we heard about the man in the bench.
Yeah.
And then we walked over
to the synagogue.
Synagogue, yeah, Dan. We're still within the same area.
That was the quarter, yeah.
And then we walked up over the bridge.
Into the ghetto.
Exactly. Then we stood by the chairs where he said about everything that had gone on, that these buildings that are around us, this is where the peoples would have been. You had the pharmacy over on the corner.
Yeah. And
then we walked down where he showed us a couple of other buildings where the Wolfgang... Oh, I can't remember his name. Wolfgang's...
yeah, he was another like employment officer.
Yeah, he was saying that not all... Yes, it was terrible what the Germans had done, but...
Some actually weren't aware.
Yeah, not all Germans were hit with the same brush, in essence.
Yeah.
Because some were sending them to these places and not
had no idea.
aware of their scenario, like where they were sending them.
Yeah.
One of the jobs that he had was to give the Jewish people jobs, and he would get like a letter or a telegram, whatever, saying, I need X amount of workers.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, right, no worries, what, you, all down there. He'd go down and he kept sending them down there.
He was like, are they coming back?
Yeah, he asked, was the workers that he's sending there coming back because he's got jobs for them to do.
They ignored him.
And yeah, so then they buggered off. So he went down there personally, see what was happening. He went, right, I ain't sending any more down there.
No.
When he went to send a few more Jews, when they asked for another telegram,
he was like, no.
Yeah, he said, I ain't sending any more, Dan.
Tried to help him escape.
He said to the Jews, look, don't go down there because you'll get... They got captured. Next thing, they turn up. And they shot him, didn't they?
He got took out of the office into the street and shot in the head because he was trying to help. And again, he had no idea. There was one as well, a doctor. He knew they was coming to his hospital and that, like, they was told, you've got to run. And the doctor was like, I can't just leave them here. He said there was 4 people from his diary, like extracts. 4 people, he said they either couldn't leave because of illness or it was just fear. And he was like, as a doctor, I can't leave them, but I know that I've got to go. So he gave them all water with poison in, weren't it? So that they died with him by their side and not to be shot by the Germans. And then he actually got put on trial for murder. And that was when he said that, like, the morality and ethics come in as opposed to guilty, not guilty. Because in that time, that was, like, the most humane thing to do. And he didn't serve any prison time, didn't they let him off? But then we did go into, so maybe it was still part of the Jewish ghetto, but like very narrow streets. And we went to a bit, again, he said about Schindler's Factory and List, which I need to watch the film because there was a bit where he said in the film they're like chucking the belongings out of a balcony window. We went and saw that where it was filmed.
That was still in the ghetto.
That was still ghetto. And then we went back into the quarter where we ended with food, like, it was like a little food market, weren't it? Mm-hmm. And then after that, we walked back into main Krakow town and went to Taste of Poland, which is probably the place I found the most Polish food. I really wanted to try the cabbage rolls. After Casper yesterday at Zakopane, that was what he raved about, wasn't it? When they said, what was your favourite food? He was like, we do these cabbage rolls with meat inside and tomato sauce. And we'd seen it earlier for lunch day, but it was busy. Went in there, and it was only 2 tables in there, weren't it? Mm-hmm. So we got up on the bar stool. We tried the Polish cheese again, but with honey, which I really preferred it with the honey. I think you preferred jam, didn't you?
I did.
You preferred the jam, I preferred the honey. The only thing though, I thought it was like 2 or 3 on a thing, and it didn't come out. They have really strange, like, little cardboard plates that they bring them on, don't you? Because if you walk around Krakow town, that you'll see a lot of people with these little, like, things, and you think, what the hell are they eating with, like, this red jam on the side? And it's their Polish cheese. The dumplings I did like there as well. They were chicken dumplings, very nice, very jam packed. The cabbage rolls with the tomato sauce and mincemeat filling, I actually really want to learn how to do them at home. I don't know whether I'd cook the insides first and then boil the cabbage and you roll it after, or you do it all and boil it or steam it perhaps. So if anyone is from Poland or knows how to make the cabbage rolls, please let me know. If not, I will probably Google it or look for a Polish cookery book, because I can't go wrong with the food here. And then Dan had a big sausage, didn't you? You had your sausage.
I did.
We had 2 beers, and again, that was so reasonably priced as well. I think the piece of cheese, there's me thinking, it's normally like 2 or 3 a portion. I think it worked out about 120. I was like, oh yeah, probably, but it's not. So we then come out, it was still pouring down with rain. It has not eased up all day. We've walked back to the hotel, and now we're like thinking, right, there's a list of things we have to do next time. I don't think we're going to do the waxwork museum because we've just totted up money, and I think we've been really good with the money. I think we bought out £400 English for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, for like 5 days. Say 4 days because we arrived late Saturday, and we've got enough for lunch at Hard Rock tomorrow, and then some bits for souvenirs. But I have Googled, and there is a souvenir shop at the airport, so I'll probably grab like the vodkas and that at the airport. But Dan said, you're probably going to want something from the Underground Museum. I was like, probably. And I want a bauble. So I'll probably look for a bauble in case we can't get a bauble at the airport.
That's fair.
But like pens and magnets and that, I'm sure we'll be able to get at the airport. So that's not a problem. So yes, we're not going to do the Krakow Wax Museum this time. But we're doing the list of things to do next time. And that will be Moo Moo's. I would like to try Mr. Beef's Steakhouse. I think definitely everyone raved about spaghetti, Mr. Spaghetti, weren't it? Yeah, the mum and daughter. That's what's all about it. They were saying about that. I would definitely go back to Reformer, where we went for lunch, because I think that was absolutely lovely, and I think dinner would actually be very reasonably priced too. we would look to do the food and vodka tour, which the man who we had today, he was like, yeah, I'm doing it Thursday. I was like, funny enough. We was booked on that, and then everyone changed our bloody flights.
He turned around and was like, Shannon, that name rings a bell.
I was like, it's me. Because I was like, oh, have you not got any other days? And he was like, no, it's just that. And I was like, they've changed our flights. So, like, we're really late back, so we're not actually going to be able to make it. But, hey-ho, there is always next time. I'm okay for the moment, thank you. So, Wax Museum, Moo Moo's, okay. Mr. Beef Steakhouse.
Question for you.
What?
What have you learned about Poland?
A lot. That it's not just, Poland isn't just for Auschwitz. And I said to Dan on the tour, after I'd been trying to sort out the check-in and that, I said, I really think everything happens for a reason, and I really think we was meant to do this part before Auschwitz, because we've had such an understanding of prior to the chambers, because as he said, like, the chambers were the last part of it, 42 to 44.
That's it.
We learned from 39 to 42, the Holocaust of bullets that they called it.
That's it.
So I think we've definitely learned a lot. Schindler's Factory, like, I've still not seen the film, but Schindler himself we've learned so much from. Doing the whole with the Wawel Castle, and the man said, he actually made a good point. He said, a lot of people come to Krakow, you'll go out to do the salt mines, you'll go out to do Auschwitz, you'll go out, and before you know it, you haven't actually done anything of the city that you're in. He's like, and when you eat, you just eat at the top levels. You don't know about going down below. And he said that he liked the Schindler's Factory, that was his favourite.
Yeah.
And then Casper said that the Underground was his favourite. So it's like, we're ticking off other things. I said to Dan, we always end up doing like a city our way. We'll take everyone's recommendations on board.
Definitely.
But then we always end up just doing a little tweak. Like, I think
best way, is it not?
I think if you said to someone, right, you're going to do 2 tours at 5 hours together, people would be like, no. And me and Dan are like, all right then, come on, we've just checked. It was like 17,500 steps, wasn't it? So it's not too bad. As I say, the weather was a bit shit today.
It was okay in the morning.
Yeah.
Just in the afternoon. But it wasn't like a trickling. It was
downpour.
Lashing.
Yeah. Like, we've got the coats on the Brad in the thing to try and dry it. And also with the Auschwitz, the guide that we had said it is not uncommon for you to get there, they won't have the tickets, and then you come back. And I said it's really put a downer, I think, not on it, because obviously we need to do it, but he said if you can, book the tickets on Auschwitz website directly, and then either drive, get transport, or I said to Dan, I'd find a cheap one that gives you the hotel pickup, and then when you get there, just say, thank you, I'll see you in a bit, I've got my own ticket.
But could you imagine if we get there and then they turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry, like, we can't actually get in today, but look, here's the outside, la la la.
I'd be like, yeah, no, I've got my ticket, you can wait for us, please. Yeah, we've got our own
tickets, and it would be them sitting in the cabs outside, like...
I think the whole, from what the sounds of it, the whole organisation of it is not very well done.
No. It was the mum, wasn't it, who turned around and said it seems and feels very commercialised.
But he said it is a UNESCO site. Poland has 3 UNESCO sites.
Both of them. It was one salt mine and the other one was the Auschwitz.
I think so. I know he said there's 3. And did you know there's a Leonardo da Vinci in Krakow?
Mm.
Guys, if you go to where the Barbican is, if you go through the city walls, you'll have Costa Coffee on your left, chuck a right, and as you head down, it's opposite a little hotel sign. There's a little museum, and the lady with the arm line, basically like the lady with the ferret, the original Leonardo da Vinci is in Krakow.
Mm-hmm.
I said to Dan, I wish you'd have been, because we probably would have done that as well, because we like a little bit of art. But yeah, definitely a very varied day, definitely a lot to absorb day. And as I say, everything happens for a reason. We weren't meant to do Auschwitz today. We was meant to come back. Like Rome, we're meant to come back. But I definitely feel like, because he said a lot of people do, like, just forget it about it. And he said there was 6 camps alone in Poland. And he said there was 3 nearby here, which I said to Dan, I wouldn't actually mind seeing if you can do tours to see the other ones. Like, Auschwitz was the most commonly known one, but there was
Belletinge. There was one that was like kind of the original, and they say it was the most extreme, and one of the chairs faces that way, doesn't it? Oh, Dan's just watching Muay Thai.
Sorry, I was just watching the boxing.
And one faces that way. So I said, I wonder if you could actually go to the other camps.
The memorials that we was talking about earlier, all the chairs are facing Israel, apart from I think it's 2 or 3. One's facing
the camp beginning with B. Well, yeah. I'm sure it's Beltinge or Bell or something.
Then they should go along a little bit more. Excuse me.
One began with P.
Going left again, and then there's one that's heading off in sort of
towards Birkenau. It was, weren't it?
Yeah, over.
And he said at the tram station they put the same chairs in the tram station. So like he said, people would just be sitting in there, and then all of a sudden it clicks, and they look, and they're like, oh, and it's always a way to keep a reminder and like keep it in people's memory. So I definitely think we've very, very much been educated, and it's actually give you an eye-opener as to what happened prior. Like, you think of the World War, especially the second, and you just think of Auschwitz and the chambers, but 3 years before, stuff was going on, and the reason they went from bullets to gas was because the German officials was worried that they were traumatising their own soldiers, that when it come to battle, the soldiers wouldn't want to fight. Like he said, you had 18, 19-year-olds shooting elderly people and children and disabled in the head, getting rid of the bodies. Like, they was worried they was traumatising the soldiers, so that when they come, right, we're going to fight, they'd be like, nope. So that's why they started to go down the gas route.
Yeah.
And who knew?
There was a lot of information, even with the Leonardo da Vinci, with the why is the Mona Lisa so
because it got nicked, wasn't it?
Exactly. And the price tag that was on it. It's not that it was his best work.
They said it's not even considered as one of his best works, is it? It's just the one that's, you hear of Da Vinci and you automatically think Mona Lisa. But then when we was in Rome and we done the Da Vinci, there was a lot of stuff he'd created that we didn't know he was a thingy for. And then the paintings, and it's like, oh, okay, and it tells you where the paintings are. I think there was one at Windsor. I feel there was one, a lady on her own at Windsor we saw.
Well, is it not the pearl earring lady?
Maybe. Because the one with the M line, or like the ferry, that's here. But yeah. Definitely a very, very informative day. And definitely going to look into it. He said the salt mines as well, you can book and then get on the train and go yourself. So who knows, we might actually use public transport when we're next Saturday. Give it a go and see what it's like. But we're going to hit the sack. We're all packed up, guys. Look. It's the bit that I don't like. I'm like, can we not just stay another 2 days, and then, you know, it's the weekend, and then it's all well and good. I'll just be like, But yes, I've been checking in with Brogan, and Brogan's like, right, I'll give you more recommendations. I'm like, we come home tomorrow. I'm like, hey. But yes, we're going to hit the sack. You're going to watch the end of this fight. I think I'm going to have a little bit of water. But at least we got a bit of extra brekkie this morning, a day that we didn't, and you had your fish paste.
It was okay.
And he had a giant pickle.
Oh, I love the pickles.
I said to him, I don't know if I could get on the pickle for breakfast time.
It just gives everything just a sweeter taste.
Sweeter, is it called?
I just think it's sweeter.
Oh.
Just a little bit. It's not too overpowering. It's quite nice.
On that note, my lovelies, I'll see you in the morning for, again, a bit more historical, underground, bit of shopping, and some hard rock.
Definitely.
Oh, I've got to keep 50s Lottie for me glass.
Okay.
I like me glass. We've already been in and I've eyed up my souvenirs because I wanted to know how much money I'd have left. But yes, that was a knock. Right, guys, see you in the morning.
Good morning, guys. It's the last morning. It is definitely a hat day. Guys, look. It is snowing quite heavily. I was like, oh. Dan was like, it goes from one extreme to the other. It's not raining now. It's proper snow. But it doesn't look like it's settling because the ground's too wet from the rain. But that's quite good because today we've got a day underground. So, yeah, guys, look at it. It is definitely a hat day today. Dan has been religiously wearing his, and I haven't really been wearing my hat, but I woke up when he showed me this morning, I was like, oh yeah, it's a hat day. It is a hat day. We are all packing up, ready to go. But as I say, we've got the Underground Museum tour today, which apparently not a lot of people know about in Krakow, unless you're aware of it or are told from other guides. And then we've got lunch at Hard Rock, and then we get picked up at 3, head to the airport, try and get some vodka, try and get some magnets, and then we'll be on our way back home, 8 rows apart. I don't like this apart, guys, because I feel like I'm going to get a really horrible person to sit next to.
But then we get up and we swap.
I'll be like,
Who's Dan? I'll be like, alright, coming in.
I'll be like, help!
Just swap.
Stranger danger! But yeah, I mean, the fact that it's still snowing, everyone's got umbrellas as well, so it is definitely coming down hard. But yeah, Dan said this morning, oh, it's our last trip of the year, and I was like, oh. I was like, no, it all goes so quick, and it's just like, oh. Today I have gone for what would have been my Auschwitz attire, double layers. I've got me black thermal on underneath, me black, I think these were all from Decathlon, weren't they, these tops?
Yeah.
And you know what, they went upstairs, well, I say upstairs, they was at mum's in my winter bag, and now I'm like, you know what, if the weather's actually really going to get shitty and cold, I think these are going to be some layers I'm actually going to keep out and not put away in the case just for the winter holidays.
That's what I use mine for.
Yeah, but I normally, so like all my holiday stuff goes in a case. I have like a winter case and a summer case. And then, well, nah, it's not just a case of going to mum's and getting it. It'll be going up in the loft and getting it,
Yeah,
so.
But if we're going out for like a walk, say it's cold,
Yeah.
just layer up with some of the stuff you got from Iceland or whatever, and it keep you nice and toasty.
Well, I'll tell you what, for having the TikTok coat instead of the Iceland coat, I think the TikTok coat's done quite good.
Yeah?
Can't lie, I'm gutted that I haven't been able to wear my bloody checkered one. I had such high things, I was like, I could get a nice picture at Hard Rock, and no. You got your jeans. Are you wearing your long johns under your jeans today?
Fuck yeah, I am. Have you seen the weather out there?
It's cold, that's why. I don't really feel the coldness on my legs, so I've gone double layer on the top. The case was 13 kilos. I said to Dan, how is it less than when we come out? He's like, I've got to put my boots in. I'm like, oh.
But I'll probably put my boots in my hand luggage.
Oh, okay then.
The reason why is that I'm swapping boots.
Right, okay.
So if I swap boots when we get back here, I'll put wet boots in my backpack.
Okay. Have you got the carrier bag to take?
I'll put the carrier back there.
I mean, you can put them in the case if you want.
You reckon?
Well, if we get back here for, say, like 2:30ish, the man's picking us up at 3, but they say, like, try be 15 minutes early.
Oh, okay.
If we got back here about 2:30, we could just quickly whack the case open in reception and put it in the case if you wanted.
Oh, alright then, I'll do that.
Yeah. Where's the scales? We did have them last night, didn't we?
On the actual...
Oh, okay. And we've got to put the backpack in. We're going to take 2 little, I say 2 little. I've got the water and a fusey drink so that we don't have to buy anything walking around. And as I say, if you are coming, we done 200 quid each for 4 days basically. All of the trips were booked in advance. Accommodation and that was booked, so it was literally just food and souvenirs. And I think we've done good.
Yeah.
I think like we're borderline now. I don't think we could have done another day on top of this.
No.
So I think we done enough. Maybe we could have done like 250 each to have that little buffer, but it doesn't matter. And as I say, at the airport, I've got the card, so I'll be buying me souvenirs and vodka at the card. And I can't lie, I keep seeing Pandora's everywhere, and Pandora's at the minute in their Black Friday sale, and I'm like, oh, fancy some new rings. But I was good at Gatwick. I tried on all the ring sizes, didn't I? And I was like, I put like 3 on it. Dan was like, where are you ever going to wear 3 rings? I was like, I do, that's like my ring hand. And then I have ordered a ring, not from Pandora, but it still hasn't shipped yet. And I'm like, yeah, I've got to keep an eye on that. Otherwise, if they say stock's delayed, I'll be like, I'll just cancel it. But yes.
No, because you've been banging on about it for a while.
I know, but I get impatient. So we're going to finish uploading the case. I don't know if you'll have time for a bit of brekkie.
Are you winding me up? It's 1/2 past. We've got more than enough time.
Okay, so we'll quickly get this. Dan wants his last bit of brekkie. And then...
Got fuel up for the day.
Okay.
Not a human.
Oh, guys, look. The shooting card bits, they are coming back with us. They will be new art at the house. People might be like, oh my God, that's a memory for us. And I've got the bruises on one of the girls to prove it because she saw. She very, very saw. But yes, is my pill in there? Because I actually can't find my pill. Right, let's go get brekkie. I'll try and find my pill and then it will probably be phone footage because there's no way I'm taking the camera out into that. But no. Yes, see you in a little while for our last little day of Krakow. Oh, it's snowing!
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. Guitar. Yeah. All right. Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. Ah. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
Born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people. This is the city I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every brick. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we'd roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoney, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion and it's mine.
Hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I ain't dancing around the street.
Guys, it's 10.5 degrees. We've just got back. Stranger Things is on. We've got Mackie D's. Everywhere's a mess. We will catch up and end the Krakow vlog in a little while. We're gonna eat though.
Guys, it's actually been like a week since we've been back from Poland, and I can't lie, we've been into the Stranger Things, so we kind of have been putting this off every night because we're like, we'll get another episode in. We'll get another episode in. But you guys now would have seen all of the vlogs from Poland. 3 days of vlogs, and I already can't wait to go back.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Rome, of course. Vatican cancelled, Auschwitz cancelled, but I think we definitely made the most of it. And a lot of you have been emailing and messaging, being like, where did you stay? So I've been sending you guys the link because I think our hotel, for price, affordability and location,
Can't fault it.
we couldn't go wrong. The only thing that let it down was the breakfast a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dan still holds the Reykjavik.
It was, but you have a little bite to eat. It sets you up for the day.
It was a very different breakfast.
Very continental.
Yeah, like even like Iceland. No, that's not Europe, is it? Iceland. Is that like Antarctica? But they had like more British stuff, weren't it, in Iceland?
I think they were their own jurisdiction, didn't they?
You would have seen that Dan had pickles for his breakfast. He absolutely loved, and he did actually try the fish paste, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you said it weren't too bad.
It tasted bugger roll.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was expecting, when you looked at it, I thought that's going to be proper fishy, like trout and that.
Yeah, exactly that.
But I will leave the link for the hotel again down below, guys, because I say literally from where we was, you would have seen we crossed over and walked down the park, and you could have either gone that way and right, or walked down, and we had several ways to get to the main square.
When you come out, you turned left. You went down towards, was it Walwell? Was it Walwell Castle? Was that the name of it? Walwell?
Vavel,
Walwell Castle.
Vavel, because they pronounce their W's as V's. So vodka bar, we would say vodka.
Yes. Okay.
So
yes.
it's Wawel, but they say Vavel.
Yes, that's it. That was somewhere to definitely visit.
It was near where the Pope was, wasn't it? Where that quadrant-y area.
That's it.
Did you know that the Pope was Polish?
Which one?
Pope John Paul II.
I think you're bang on.
They've even got his. Well, you guys would have seen the thing. They had his little mural,
Made out of glass, was it not?
like ceramic mosaic stuff, wasn't it? And he only learned because, I mean, he didn't have much luck, poor sod. He got hit by a bus and a tram, didn't he?
He did.
So he couldn't fight in the war. So he got taught illegally, like underground, by the teachers and professors. Because I tell you what, for not doing Auschwitz, we actually had a good few tours. Like the last day, we was able to get that walking tour for like £2. I think that was a gem of a tour.
Yeah. So not only did you learn about actual Krakow itself,
yes,
but you learned the history, what happened in World War II to the Jews between 1939 to 1942 or
that's
41.
it. 42, because the gassing started later. 42.
Yeah. But obviously, people gravitate more towards the end of the war, and but to go there and actually learn about the beginning of the things and on how they lived, how they survived, what they had to do, what
they called it the Holocaust of bullets, didn't they? The first 3 years that kind of gets shunned.
Yeah, well, I think it's overshadowed by the
ending,
devastating part that come. But yeah, it was very humbling, to be fair, because when you sit there and you actually realise what them people went through is,
and the town horrific. Is as you see it. Obviously, some of the buildings have been remade, and there's still some original ones. You can tell the original ones, ain't it? But to think in that little quadrant that we was at one point, there was 68,000 Jews. And at the end of it, there was 3,000. And now there's only 350 Jews in that actual thing. But he said at one point there was none. So they are starting to come back and wanting to come back to, like, it called like their homeland, weren't it? They wanted. And even in the railings, it had like candelabras of that around it, weren't it? And I did think there was a really interesting story outside the old synagogue that was still practised on certain days of the week. The statue of that man, I butcher names, so I'm sorry. Like I can't remember.
You're better than me.
Wolfgang. I just think of Wolfgang Putt, but I can't remember his last name. They was really good stories that we learnt about people that you wouldn't really know. Like I've never heard of them in history books, but it's like the local tales of people who didn't really know that stuff was wrong, was it? And then like they learnt it, didn't like it, and they got killed.
Wolfgang was a German, that he was a German officer, that his job was to give jobs out to the Jews.
He was the recruiter.
That's it. And he was like, right, I need 20 blokes to go down to here. So he'd send them, and then they'd send a letter up, right, they need another 20. So then he'd send them. They'd send a letter, we need another 20. Then after a little while, we're sitting there going, where's all these blokes going?
And he asked, weren't he, are they coming back? Because I've got jobs here I want them to do.
He didn't receive anything back from them, so one afternoon he went down there himself, see what was happening. And then when he come back, he received a letter saying that we want 20 blokes, and he was like,
no.
I need the guys here for doing my own bits.
Yeah.
I turned around to the guys and said, don't go because they'll end up killing you. And then something happened where the Nazis all come rushing round, grabbed hold of him and shot him in the street to make an example of him.
And it was weird because we saw that corner bit where it was. The man said he literally just drove his car down to the end. It was like one long big road back in the day, and the camp was at the end. And he literally just drove because he was like, well, no one's getting back to me.
Yeah.
And then the Ivor man was a really extraordinary character. He had a very long life. He kind of killed himself and reborn. He changed a few letters around in his name, weren't it? And like he infiltrated the camps, he infiltrated the police and guard system, and he was the one that got the message out to Churchill, I believe. That's it,
Churchill, and then Churchill
was like,
said, you got to go to Roosevelt.
And he was one to be like, this is what's happening, but obviously there wasn't no fast communication in those days, and by the time it went to Roosevelt and all that, unfortunately, it had all transpired what had happened. But again, it's like little things like that. Like we would have, if we'd have walked that on our own, we'd have just walked past and been like, oh, he must have been an important man, like statue of him with no...
See, prime example of that is when we walked across the bridge with the trains on it. We literally walked along. There was a boat going around, and I was laughing and joking.
Oh yeah, you guys would have seen that clip. Yeah.
Taking a snowball and throwing it at the boat. Yeah, I was having a laugh and a joke, and we walked along. We was just doing our thing. But then when we done the tour, we walked on the bridge that was on the other side, but you could still see the bridge that we walked across.
Yeah.
And the gentleman that we had our tour guide, he was really informative. His name was Dale.
They've put the pictures on actually today.
Have they?
The one outside Babel Castle.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, he turned around and said that bridge across the water from us is the one that the actual Jews walked across to go from their civilization over to the Jewish quarters when they was ushered out of their homes.
No, there he was.
Ah,
because that was the Scottish couple that we spoke to.
That's
wasn't
it.
I'm gutted he didn't get in the picture because all the others, the guides were in the pictures, and he was a very knowledgeable man, guys.
He was amazing.
Like, and so we got charged. I think it was like something stupid, £2 a ticket. But he had an umbrella that said free city tours, wasn't it, or city tour Krakow free walk. And he said, basically, I give you a tour and then you pay me what you think that tour is worth. He said, some of you may already have been charged because these people like to take a booking fee. So we was like, okay then. And then you pay at the end. So we was with this man. It kicked off at...
8?
No, it was
10.
11.
Oh,
because
okay.
we just finished breakfast, hadn't we?
Yes.
It kicked off at 11 and it went to maybe 1:45. The first one, the old Krakow tour, or maybe like 1:45, 1:30ish. And then we met him again at 3:30 in the same place for the old Jewish quarter ghetto. And where we went for lunch that day, you guys would have seen, we went down and the pumpkin soup and that was one of his recommendations.
Yeah.
And he said, like, all of the places are down below, which again, you would have seen the following day. We went to the Underground Museum, which, again, that was funky.
That was.
Very, very funky. But I would definitely say if you go there, he summed it up quite well. He said, like, a lot of people come to Krakow. You go out to Auschwitz, you go to the salt mines, you go to Zakopan. You don't actually do the city that you're in.
Don't learn anything about it, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I'll have a walk around the market square and then I'm going home. But there's so much, like St Mary's Basilica. And, I kept the volume in of the Trumpeter. Guys, if you go, he's on that hour, every hour, the Trumpeter, man.
Yeah, he said, see, the thing is, like, they explain the reason why the Trumpeter, like, otherwise you'd have heard him and go, oh, what's he doing up there?
Oh, that's
okay.
nice. Yeah.
Sitting there thinking, oh, he's a little
money
thing
for
that
the
they
church.
do. Yeah. But no, the reason behind it.
Yeah.
And then when we went through, was it the North Gate? And then we said about the Da Vinci painting.
Yeah, guys, it's
one of the only places, well, Krakow is one of the only places that you can go and actually see an original Leonardo da Vinci painting.
Is it the Barbican? It's the wall, St Florence entrance wall. There's a little museum literally in the wall. It was actually where we picked up our
ghost tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the
lady with the airline, basically the lady with the cat.
Is it a cat or is it?
It's like a ferrety.
I was gonna say
white thing, but that is. I'm gonna actually Google that picture. So if you are in there, guys, if you go to St Florence entrance,
if you're looking at it, turn left.
Yeah.
And it's just along there, the museum that's there.
I think that was quite funny as well, the little ghost tour.
It was okay.
It wasn't really spooky compared to others we've had. We did learn about a few bad people.
Yeah.
But it was more like a lot of stuff, like they've been invaded a lot.
Yeah, like they got absolutely annihilated. So one of the things that they pretty much drilled into you is that the day that the World War started, Poland got invaded twice within that same day.
Yeah. So
they got invaded by Russia and then they got invaded by Germany, I believe.
That was it. That's what's there.
That's it. So how's that cat? Stop it.
It's like a ferret, ain't it? So, because he was saying, like, what's the most famous...
Yeah, this was
Da
something
Vinci?
that we...
and we're like... Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's actually not even considered one of his best pieces of work. It's only famous because it got nicked.
Yeah. But see,
I was like, oh.
we didn't know that, did we? We're sitting
No.
there going, that's actually a point. Why is it the most famous?
Because that's all you ever hear of, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we it's actually quite funky that he was there because we done the Da Vinci Museum in Rome.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
of all the places we've gone there and they're like, oh, there's an actual one here. So definitely that's like a little hidden gem, I'd say, of the area. But I think all in all, like, we were so lucky that it snowed when we was out there. I think we timed it just right.
Yeah.
And the people were friendly and lovely.
Oh, they were lovely. There's always there somebody to help, and all you'd have to just English. Oh yeah, right, okay, and they knew what to say. They was very polite.
The food, we went to Taste of Poland. You guys would have seen, and I tried the cabbage leaves that Casper told us about, weren't it, from Zakopane?
Yes.
They
was okay.
Don't like the sausage.
Sausage was alright. I was sitting there thinking, what's all this oil coming out of it? Oh my god!
You got the stuffed
disgusting.
cheese.
Yeah, well, it's covered cheese, didn't I?
And I do think the pierogies were good.
Pierogies, what ones were they?
The dumplings we had.
Oh, okay.
We
Yeah,
got
they
cabbage
was okay.
leaves, pierogi, and then we had cheese with honey. I do
Now,
think the honey was better than the jam.
Yeah.
But we need to find ways to get Polish cheese. We have had pierogies since we've been back here. We found them in Sainsbury's, and they weren't too bad for Sainsbury's.
They was good. They was good.
I actually want to find a Polish restaurant now, whether it be London, South East, Kent, because I would love to try a little bit more. And we also had really good food when we went to Zakopane. Even though yours was like a rosti.
Right. One of the tours that we done was you go to the little mining village, or the little village of all the wood.
Chocohola, yeah.
Right, and you have a look around. Looks lovely, fair enough.
The one where Dan threw the snowball at me, you would have seen in the last vlog.
And then we went to Zakopane to do the mountain. Worth it. If it hadn't snowed and you was able to do the little bobsled, fair enough. But it was still nice to go up there, see it all in the snow. On the way down, on the way to the, what was it, where we went in the swimming pool?
The thermal baths.
Right, on the way to there, we went to a vodka tasting and
cheese cooking.
cheese. Yeah, it was literally, was it
2 shots of vodka and a bit of cheese.
And a bit of cheese was no bigger than that. Am I lying?
Well, no. Yeah. I mean, we'd eaten.
We had. Well, I'm glad we had, because if we turned up and was thinking, oh yeah, come on, look, we're going to get a right feeling here. Turn up with that, I'd have been like.
See, I didn't realise there's different levels of Zakopane, because all I keep getting, obviously, my TikTok now is flooded with Poland stuff. And there's different tours you can get for Zakopane, where one of them is a sit-down menu in a place like that.
Right.
So there's a lot of options, I think, that we could do.
I would probably recommend to do that, because for what, I don't know what it cost or whatever, but for how long we was there, we could have done something different. Driving through and doing that, and maybe even the spa, because I thought the spa was okay. It was like going to a swimming pool and having an outdoor area.
It was very different. So, yeah, I think... Well, I was comparing to Iceland, because that's the only thermal spring I've ever done. So I'm thinking like...
But I don't think you can, though, because it's a different thing.
But I thought because we was in Zakopane near the mountains, I genuinely thought we was going in the mountains.
I'm with you there.
So, like, when it said, oh, we're going there early, I was like, great, because, no offence, Iceland was pitch black.
Yeah.
It was quite dangerous at some point, so I thought you could see it. And we got in there, and it was like a big leisure centre, wasn't it? There was a gym, and you can actually go there for spa days and pamper parties. They had all your indoor pools, and then you had your spa, saunas, then you had your nudie-woody bit, which we stayed out of. And then outside you come out, and I think the man, Casper said that there was something that made the water warm, weren't it, that pumped it? Because you asked him when we come out.
Yeah, so when I come out, I turned around and said, are these like thermal baths? He said, yes, there's a pump that's up in the mountain that pushes the water down into the outdoor pool. because when we was going around, you have every now and again you go to a point and you could smell the sulphur.
Yeah.
So now when we was in Iceland, that's all you smelled.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so you knew it was there, but you didn't know how much. So I was like, okay.
It was a different experience, and I think the reason for the fog was because it was literally so cold to so hot. Yeah. It was a lot foggier than Iceland, from what I remember.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was like bath water. It was genuinely like bath water.
But I think it was good. There were a good few little temperatures inside. Like there was one we went in with the lights.
Yeah.
There was like one where you could actually swim lanes if you wanted to. So people, I mean, we saw one and I was like, why is the woman leaving her flip-flops there and walking off? And Dan was like, she's securing the lane. And Matey Boy just come in and took the lane and we was like...
to the point of where she was standing there and looking at like the lane, looking at him and being like...
So she went off to the other one. But I think we got back earlier than what we thought, which was nice because we had a little walk around town. I think there's definitely... I've already started doing the list and I think you've got a few things for if we go back. We've got to do the Wax Museum. Guys, did you just see the Mr. Bean in the clips that I've done? He was scary enough. And it weren't, we was on the ghost tour and I said to Dan, looking at Prince William and just at the back you just see these teeth and I'm like, oh my God. Like a lot of people say you literally just go there for the bounce. And I think they know that it's rubbish, but it brings people in.
Definitely.
But the man we spoke to said that there was 2.
See, I don't know. I think they got a little bit mixed up there.
Because I only thought there was 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I only ever saw 1. But there's definitely a lot of eateries out there. I think...
See, with the eateries, I think it depends on what you want. If you want to go out there and have fish and chips, they do a fish and chips place.
We saw fish and chips.
We didn't touch it. If you want to go out there and try
McDonald's,
like Italian food, they had that.
Mr. Spaghetti. Yeah.
McDonald's was out there. We did see KFCs out there.
Yeah. I thought there would be a lot more little stalls. You had little men with the pretzels, didn't you?
Yes.
I thought it would be that, but with dumplings. I thought it'd be like a thing you could go and just get your pierogies, but it wasn't. And it was actually quite hard to find the pierogies at the beginning. And then once we found one,
God, they were like buses.
They was like everywhere. I was like, there's another one. I thought we'd done really good for food. I think we tried a mixture of traditional, a little bit of comfort back home. We had burger first night, wasn't it? We went to see you from Brogan's recommendation on the marketplace.
Yes, that was like a... What would you recommend? We'll say it was like a...
kind of like a Miller and Cartery way. Because you could get steak, burgers, ribs.
Oh yeah, you get like there was...
Maybe like a Big Easy.
Yes.
Like a Big Easy vibe.
The options was vast.
Yeah. And obviously we had Hard Rock. I think I know that is very touristy, but we just want to take them off around the world now, didn't we? But I genuinely I loved it. And I think we come straight away and it's the first place we've actually come back and then seriously looked at rebooking to go ASAP. Not ASAP, obviously it'll be next year, but somewhere where we've there's still so much to do there.
The thing that I actually I genuinely did love was when you go, we're going to Poland. What are you going there for? And you're like, do you know what? I don't actually know. I don't actually know what there is that Poland can offer apart from 2 things.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, okay. But then when you get there and you... Don't get me wrong, you've got the Schindler's Factory. You've got the history of that of all that type of stuff. And even when you're just walking around the main the square, and you've got the basilica that's there, and you're like, wow. And then you've got the main Civic Hall, wasn't it? The oldest trading point in.
That's it.
Is it in the west?
It's like East, wasn't it? Was it classed as the East back in the day? Because Poland's actually changed a lot in its formation.
This is what
And did she say there was 108 years when Poland didn't even exist?
Yes.
It went off the map completely because people started taking parts and then there was no Poland. And then it came back.
That's why the wall got ripped down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you had these people turn around and said, we don't want the wall, we're going to rip it down. And then this person was like, well, we think you should keep this wall for that. And then that's why there's only a little section of wall. And then, it's so confusing.
There's so much history. And I think, even like just the architecture, like the buildings are lovely out there.
Yeah.
They're very unique.
But see, this is the other thing, is when you look in like main Krakow Square, most of the buildings have got the Polish symbol on them. So you're like, okay, that's fair. But then when we went over towards the is it the Jewish ghetto where you had the factories? You can tell the change, like they don't care, that type of feeling, and it's literally just a square building. There's no character to it or anything. So when you go, oh, what would it be like? It's like just a square building, literally. But then I still when we done Schindler's Factory, I thought that was really good. Yeah.
And again, it's like, I think that's something that he needs to be spoke about in school, because again, he's quite a big character for almost like the helping of the Jews, like showing that, okay, the Germans were bad at that time, those people, but there were good Germans and there were ones that could change their mind and try and do good along the way.
It's like trying to find the positives within the negatives.
And they said, like, that will never ever be forgotten within Poland. There's memorials and views everywhere of it all. But I just think it's a lovely, lovely country. Like, Brogan, she's been so many times, and she said you'll honestly go and fall in love. Like, they were going out in January with Teddy. And the first thing when we come back, she was like, oh my God, how was it? Are you going back? I was like, yeah. She said, like, every time she talked, you just think, like, okay, like, everyone says, oh, I love it, I love this place, I love that place, and we're like, okay, like, everyone each to their own, and then you go there and you're like, now I can see why you love it. Like, it's just so relaxed, so chilled, and like, people are in their own little bubbles taking pictures and videos and enjoying the snow and the memories. Or in the summer, he said they get up to like 30-degree heat, and I'm like, oh wow.
I would look forward to doing that and actually going into the Basilica.
Yes, you can climb that one. I mean, it's a lot smaller than St. Peter's, what we've done.
Yeah.
Might be good though. And did you know there's a torture museum in Krakow? I found it on one of the walks and I was like, I'd like to do that when we come back, please. And there's mirror mazes, magic mazes.
Yeah.
Or like psychedelic rooms. There is a cat cafe. But the best round up to any trip, guys, is showing you what we got. And I was really, really good. And things were so cheap. That's what I couldn't get over, just the cost. Like, we had that 3-course lunch, 2 of us. Dan had his festive vodka mulled drink. I had a mulled wine.
I ordered the wrong drink. My
drink's topped his drink every time.
Smashed mine out the park completely.
And I don't even think it was like £22 for the pair of us for a lunch, for a 3-course lunch. And they weren't piddly portions. That was lovely.
See, I like going away to like the cold countries and having the
soups.
Definitely the soups and the chowders.
You still remember the soup in the roll from Iceland, didn't you?
That smacked it. That was lovely.
And it always gets washed down with a beer.
Or a cup of tea.
Yes, cup of tea indeed. I think we was really good. So
it was.
I think we've done it just right as well with the money. So a lot of people say, how much would you take? Obviously our accommodation was paid for, the trips were all paid for. So we took £200 each for, in essence, 4 days. And that done us for food, souvenirs, tips, the tour guide man. I think we done really good on that. And we got some like refreshments. We had our bits for the room. Drinks, our focaccia and our own sweets and that.
That's something I found weird out there, the tipping.
Yeah.
You didn't really tip.
They didn't add it, did they?
No.
We just like
so now you know if you was to go abroad somewhere, you would like the people that take you to your places or whatever, they would literally come around and they'd be like hovering almost, waiting
kind of
for that tip.
Yeah.
These people were literally just, right, bang, bang, there's that, right, before they've shut that, they're already halfway around, then see you later, and then in the vehicle and going. You're like,
Like the
Oh,
lady
right,
for
okay.
the lunches. It was
Yeah.
something like 112, I think, or 102. And I just gave up to the next 10 denomination, and she was like, I'll bring you change. And I was like, oh, that's fine. And they was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, thank you. Like, they were so appreciative. And I'm like, that's like pennies. But for the service you get out there, I mean,
very.
You
like,
can't
is the word-
attentive.
oh, thank you. Took the word out of my mouth. Very attentive.
Very attentive. And even like when we used to go to the little so that like not supermarkets, like corner shops are called Carrefour Express or Zamba. Zamba, I think, looks like the Amazon Fresh place, wasn't it? It was the green sign.
Yeah.
And then Carrefour Express was the one on the main square. It was like almost like a Vision Express, I think. We went in and got some drinks for the room and that. And again, like friendly, and you're trying to count the money. They're not like sometimes if you're counting change or money in England, sometimes people can be a bit impatient. Like, I'm trying to learn a different currency here. Like, what's that? They got all the time in the world. No one cares. But I did make sure we had a little bit of money left for some souvenirs. So, guys, of course, pens. And when these equated, these were something like £2. Gorgeous little pens. And as well, you'll see, the tree's up now, guys. You would have seen the Christmas vlog. But we've got one more bottle to go on this year. We've actually added, like, I'm looking at Rome, Belfast. Where's it? Northern Lights is... There's Titanic. One at the top. There's the Belfast one. Like, we've got a lot now. And actually, looking at them, where's little Santi from Mexico?
He's on there.
Is he on there?
I'll put him on there.
The ones that we've got from travels all seem to be like these, what do you call it? They're like, not ceramic, they're almost like the plastic ones of just like the skyscrapers. Is he there? There he is, little St. Lucia man.
He's there. You've got St. Lucia behind it.
I feel like we've got the Northern Lights on our tree upstairs.
I think you're alright.
But they had some lovely baubles in one of the shops, didn't they?
Which one there?
Oh, yes. That's the droplet one, ain't it? Wonderland. But we definitely have,
Oxford.
oh, yeah, Oxford Castle. Game of Thrones. Like, literally, they're all on there, guys. They are all on there. I've got Nanny's one on there. So now we have another one to add. And as I say, they're all like, they're kind of just probably like a generic film of what's around. But it's got the Wawel Castle Dragon and St Mary's Basilica. So that was a lovely, lovely one. We've got the pens here. Oh, you guys would have seen. Oh, what did you think of the shooting?
Oh, I loved the shooting. I loved it. I felt like the inner Rambo come out of me.
The inner Rambo, right? You done really, really good, darling.
I just went there and shot a few guns.
We've actually got. Where's the things?
No, they're upstairs.
Oh, we did bring them back with us, and I think we're genuinely going to get them framed.
Maybe.
I got Dara a lighter because, of course, I had to bring in some backy bag. And then, guys, look, I did get me mug. Big guns. I did want the hat. The hat was a really cool.
Snapback.
Dan was like, you don't need a hat. I was like, okay, I'll get a mug. And then we got these, which was what one of the ladies on the ghost tour recommended us, weren't it? And they are Wawel. They're supposed to be like caramel chews. Do you want to try one?
Go on.
Caramel. Oh, Jesus Christ. You want to, because you'll be better at opening stuff than me. And then, what have we got? Oh, guys, I've got another one to add to the collection. It can go along with the old Titanic one from the year. Let me pull off the QR code. I mean, I think it's very snazzy. It's got a QR code. Guys, I've got a thimble. You're probably thinking, what absolute tut.
That's an old lady's thing, I think.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I don't know how I got into collecting these.
Do you know what they're used for?
It's for sewing, ain't it?
Yeah.
They put it so it doesn't thin. Oh. So I have half milk because I can't have a look with my tongue bar. Oh!
That's very sweet.
Why does that texture remind me of something we've had before?
Fudge.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know where I got into these, but it's not often you see these, so if I go somewhere and I see it, it is normally the first thing that I pick up. Of course, got a postcard. We got this lovely one because this is all of the sites, literally from main town. So you've got St Mary's Basilica, the gates, the square itself. So we do love a little postcard, and I think again that will be something we can maybe do like a collage or something with, won't it?
Might be using the back of it.
Yeah, what we done. Hard Rock. I mean, I think that's probably the snazziest merch I've seen in Hard Rock with the dragons on the back.
Yeah.
But I got the glass of it. So we have that now to go in. It loves focusing on your face, darling.
Mine?
Oh God, no, it's mine. There you go, Canon. So it has the dragon on, which again, a story in itself is very, very funny as to what they believe, the myth with the dragon.
It's one of the things, we're walking around and we're like absolutely oblivious to something, and then we have it explained by the tour guide, and it's like, wow, we would have never guessed that.
Alright. Oh, we got a little pen from the Schindler factory. Of course, it's either a magnet, a pen, or a mug. And this was a lovely magnet. We actually got this at the airport, weren't it? Quite a heavy one.
Mm.
Very heavy indeed. But it's got St Mary's Basilica. And Dan, when we was walking after we'd done the horse carriage ride, he just stood there and he was like, I actually do really like that building, weren't it? It is a lovely, lovely piece of art. Then, Dan picked the magnet from Zakopane. Don't ask me how to pronounce that. But that was the mountain we was up, the Gubalawaka. No idea, but it's got the little tram that we went on. And then we got another little postcard. Oh, that's from Schindler's Factory, wasn't it? That was it.
It was one of the rooms that you walked into.
Yeah, they actually had this. It was almost like a mini skip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That the ladies had to carry.
Like a cart. They had to pull.
Oh, that's the little magnet from Schindler's Factory. Very tiny. And we're really gutted because there's a book that the lady said, the Ghetto Pharmacy. And it's not translated in English. And it's from the pharmacist that helped all the Jews as well. So we're on the hunt to try and find that. But we also kept our little cards for our memory box. These are what you get given when you go in there, which was lovely. And I've kept this to see what we shot. So we shot 10 bullets of a Glock pistol, 10 bullets of a CZ75B pistol or similar, 5 bullets of a .38 special revolver, 10 of an M4/AR-15, 25 of a machine pistol, 5 of a shotgun, and then 10 of the AK-47 Kalashnikov. When the guy was telling us all the names of the guns and he was like, you got that? I'm like, I had no idea what the hell I was holding. But the AK-47 was the one with like the red light and the circle. That was the one I got all my bullseyes on. Was it not? What was the one that I had with the...
I think that was the M4.
I like that one. Because it was like, look Dan, do you see the red? I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
What was the AK-47?
It was the...
I apart from the bruises and at first being really, really scared, I did actually really enjoy it.
Good.
Dan was in his element. He just looked like a pro on it. I was like... And then...
Looked like a pro.
He was a pro.
No.
He had a lot more. I say, I was like, the man said, have you shot before? I was like, we don't play pigeon shooting at the beginning of the year. This was totally different. And then we picked 4 shot glasses up. These were at the airport. So I'm going to have 2 here. And then I'll give 1 to Mum and Dad for their booze. Because, of course, we had to bring some booze back.
That was the AK.
Oh, okay. No, it wasn't the one. It was more the square one with the little...
so it was...
That one. I like that one.
That was the M4, I think.
Oh, it's an M4 that I like, guys. And then... It's still sealed. We've been back a week and we've been really good and haven't opened it or added to the drinks cabinet. But... This is the thing. They then don't want you to get into it. Oh, darling, could you try and... I don't know how to... You watch, you'll just come over muscles. Look at that. Look at that. got Mum and Dad a bottle of vodka, and they're plastic, which I thought was quite funny. So I was like, okay, it's 40% pure vodka made in Poland, so they'll be very happy with that. Mum has torn a ligament in her leg, so she will definitely be having that she'll say it's for medicinal purposes when we see her Saturday, won't she? She'll be very happy with that. And then we got 2 bottles because when we went to Zakopane, the vodka we tried was cherry, and somewhere else they gave us, after the gun shooting we first had it, weren't it? I don't know how you pronounce it. Soflika. We got cherry, and that was delicious. It was almost like medicine. And then it was 2 for, however, I think it was like 2 for, worked out about 30 quid or 40 quid in English money. Dan picked up the hazelnut one, or like a nutty version. So we've got this to try because they had liqueurs, but we've got quite a few liqueurs, and we've got like tequila liqueurs from Mexico. So we went with something that we actually tried and liked, and a flavour that Dan saw. So I think we done really good. The airport is quite small. If you're coming out, guys, there's not a lot of shops, and once you go through the border control, like the last bit in it before you go in the departure lounge, there's no shops. There's literally just vending machines. So get all your shopping done, because once you go through there, you can't come back out.
No.
But it was okay. I wish I'd bought some Polish cheese and pierogies though at the airport. That was the only thing. But if anyone knows where I can get Polish cheese, the little rounds and they're like spiky, let us know. Because I said to Dan, oh my God, we could literally just sit there and do it over the fire. Because the lady that we saw, she just had an open fire, didn't she? With like a little grill on the top. And she pulled it up and down. And it was like, oh. But all in all, I think the weather, we was extremely lucky. The people were lovely. The food was great. The history was great. Yes, things didn't always go to plan like Auschwitz, but we've had that in Rome. And I mean, what's a holiday without a hiccup?
So I think it was almost meant to be that you missed that.
To do the other two.
So we do the other bits to understand the lead up to that.
Mm.
So yeah, and to be fair, when we spoke to the gent, we said about the tickets, and he was like, "Oh, they always do that. They oversell, and then they turn around and then they'll take you to the Auschwitz, and then be like, we've brought you here, you still don't get a refund without even going inside."
Yeah. So definitely, we know to book directly with the website. And then the hotel we was at, you can get cabs directly there. And I think it works out about £100. It's an hour and a half from the hotel we was at. But they pick you up. They wait for the time. So if you're on a 2-hour tour, a 3-hour, or 5-hour, they wait for you and they bring you back. Which I don't think you can grumble. Because that way you definitively know you have a ticket buying it directly from the website. So that might be if anyone's been to Auschwitz or has any tips or tricks, or if you've had any experiences with the tours where you got let down or they do a different thing. Salt mines, she said that would be quite easy to get to, weren't it, as well?
Yeah.
And that one we could book because on one of the walks there was like a ticket thing on the corner we could always do. But yeah, if anyone has been Poland and there's any other hidden tricks or gems or eateries, let us know, because I definitely think Poland may be coming in the warmer months maybe next year. But I think, yes, it was a lovely, lovely time.
Whereabouts do they like to go?
Well, yeah, do you guys have some
they
breaks?
recommend to go? Because
What, anywhere?
yeah,
Anywhere in the world?
anywhere. Places that you've been, not where
Okay.
you've
Heard of?
Yeah, not. Oh yeah, I'd love to go to Bali. None of that. Everyone would like to go somewhere.
Or if you've been to Bali, let us know.
Yeah, we've
Okay.
done this and we've done that. We went to Asia and we climbed Everest.
I'm actually following a couple on TikTok at the minute, and they're taking a 3-month sabbatical on their tour in Southeast Asia. And that TikTok is like daily vlogs, and I'm watching them like, I'd love to just be able to have that freedom.
Yeah.
They've just sold up, or I don't know if they've sold up or whether they've got someone in, but they always say the cats are being looked after, so I assume they've got cats. But they just come up on my For You page one day, and I was like, oh, all right. And then I went back on a few, and it was like, right, so for the next 3 months, we're doing Southeast Asia, they're doing Vietnam, Cambodia, and I was like, oh, wow. And every day I'm watching, I'm like, oh. So, yeah.
Cool.
If you've been like city breaks, UK, the world, where have you been, as Dan says, where have you been that you would recommend, and what would you recommend to do there? Because
Somewhere where I'm hearing a lot of good things from.
what's that?
Vietnam.
Okay, we saw that on one of the cruise things, weren't it? Vietnam and Cambodia. Has anyone been to Vietnam? That man we spoke to, the Scottish couple, he'd been to Vietnam, weren't it? And the lady said Stockholm, because her boy worked in Sweden.
That's it.
And she said Stockholm was absolutely lovely. So, yeah, I'm thinking like anywhere in the world, as Dan says, if anyone knows anywhere 3 hours from the UK on a flight, let me know, because I guarantee I am now in that mindset of flying out on Friday night, coming back on a Sunday night and just exploring. I keep getting as well on TikTok. Dan's thinking, oh, fucking hell.
Let's not start this, darling. It was hard enough to get us there when the Poland just gone.
I keep seeing like these 24 hours where people are getting like a 5 a.m. flight out to Dublin and then they're back indoors for 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, oh.
I would do that on a Saturday.
Yes.
Only on a Saturday.
Okay.
Because there's no way you could do it on a Sunday.
No. Or would you wanna? So would you do an early flight Saturday morning, come back Sunday night, or fly out Friday night, leave Saturday night?
It depends what we was doing.
Okay.
If we had a artillery like Poland,
yeah,
then there's no way you're going to be doing all that in a day.
Okay.
So if we was to go somewhere for something Pacific,
yeah,
I'd be like, okay, so for argument's sake, if we was to go is it Romania where Transylvania is?
Oh yeah.
Right, and go there to see Dracula's castle or whatever it is to do that, and then be like, right, we're doing that, end of, let's do it. Because I don't know what else you can do in that area.
So that's like getting a flight out, say, Saturday morning to Belfast, getting a cab to Bushmills, doing Bushmills Distillery for the day, and then popping back for the evening.
No, but I wouldn't just do that. Because there's got to be something else around there that we could be doing. We'll go walk the bridge.
Oh, wow, yeah. So, yeah, there could be a lot of travels, road trips. There's a lot of places around the UK I want to try and look into next year. We have just finished the payment of the log cabin, so that's all booked. Of course, there's going to be a log cabin vlog next I was going to say next week. It's not next week. Next year, guys. Next year.
Yeah.
And who knows what other travel. As I say, we've got it's a very different holiday next year. I will speak about it in the 2026 travel video, because something put a little ruckus in the middle, didn't it? And it completely spun it. But I think it's going to be very different. And someone commented on, I think it was either TikTok and Instagram, and they was like, oh, actually, it might have been YouTube. It might have been on one of the Poland vlogs. And they said they think I prefer the city vlogs. I seem a lot more buzzing on the city vlogs. And I was like, I think I just love exploring. Whether that be laying by a beach and relaxing and then we have our days out, or whether we're literally go, 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 go.
See, I really do enjoy it where it is the go, go, go. I enjoy that. But I can't lie, it is lovely to stop for a day and be like, right, okay. Whether it be chilling by the pool for the day, or whether it be
hungover,
doing something that's not exactly hiking a mountain or...
Yeah. I always think we find quirky stuff when we're away. And as I say, everyone does their own thing. Like, whenever we're away, we will always normally find something with some form of a walk or a tour or a museum, and some form of a vineyard, a wineyard, a freaking distillery, vodka.
Just so you're aware, we haven't got a drinking problem. Like, we do, I do enjoy, well...
You love your whiskies.
I do enjoy my whiskies, but there's ones there that I don't drink, and that I'll put them into a little cupboard, and then I'll sit there and I'll leave them. And if, for argument's sake, if I had somebody over, I would pull that out. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, look, we'll try this one. It's not a case of, oh yeah, we've got that, let's fucking get that down.
Yeah, no. I mean, you do have your whiskies that you will never drink. They are in the ones
they're
to
in the cupboard, and that's where they'll stay. they get opened, turned upside down.
Oh, but no, saying that, you tried the one you brought back from Mexico, weren't it? The Jack Daniels one. You tried at you tried at Gatwick in the Poland airport. Because I was like, as if there is a whiskey tasting place in the airport, for God's sake.
Well, it was a whiskey shop, and I'm sitting there like dribbling.
And then there's sign free tasting. Dan's like, oh!
It's like, I've got that one indoors, and he was like, you try it? I was like, Oh, go on then. It ain't gonna work.
Quite a few, weren't you? Tried the new Dura.
Dura, that was okay. Nothing special.
I feel like you tried another one.
No, I think he tried getting me to try the new Dura, and I was like, I'm good, thank you, mate.
We've got a flight to catch in a minute.
Yeah, I'm good.
But yeah.
Sitting there thinking, I don't want to take the biscuit.
I think, and the only thing, Wizz Air, chaotic with getting on the plane, the boarding, and also, I think actually we was quite lucky going out that we was next to each other in a separate row.
Yeah.
Because coming back 8 rows apart, and like some people, that was them on the way out. Because we're like, oh my God, they're like fully separated. That was us. Lucky it's only a short flight. And lucky I had a lovely little old man that fell asleep next to me. He was absolutely fine. But it's just a very different boarding experience that we're used to, weren't it?
Yeah.
And it was just a bit, I was like,
I don't think that's fair.
What?
If you like the way the Wizz Air do it, I think if you book it as a party of 2,
yeah,
you should be able to sit next to your partner,
yeah,
your kids, your grandparents. Who, if you book as a party of 4, that should be 2 and a 2 or a 2 and the 2. You should be able to pick your seats, not literally right. Okay, you're all in there. Right, throw them into a hat wherever they bloody put
and
them
literally,
out
I was
land.
on there in the pouring rain, weren't it? It was going back from the tour, and it was the minute it went to check in, I'd done it, and I was like, and then it said the rows apart, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. And then when you went on, did you want to choose your seat? There was 2s next door to each other, but they wanted you to pay extra, and I'm like, it's a money tactic.
That's where it's like, I get it, like you've got to earn your money 1,000%, but
I just think it's sneaky.
I don't think that's fair.
I didn't like, and I don't like a whole plane boarding at once. Like that's just
Christ.
chaos central.